What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Here we are, and we're actually at the Upper Latria Palace, level 1-1, behind the secret door, which we just got the Demon Brant, which is going to be our end-game weapon of choice. And as I said, the Demon Brant scales off of character tendency. So the closer we get to that white character, that pure white character tendency, the stronger this weapon's going to get. We're 3/5 of the way there because of the NPC Black Phantoms that we've killed so far. Once we finally get to that pure white character tendency, this thing's going to be out physical attack 130 plus bonus of 130 and magical attack of 110 plus bonus of 110. So this is going to be an extremely powerful weapon. It is already our most powerful weapon that we have at our disposal. As you can see, I'm at 51.3 burden right now because I have it equipped, and it's it's heavier than my falchion was. So I'm going to go ahead and just take off the gloves. So that way I'll be under my 50% burden so I can fast roll. So what we have to do now, we had to kind of fight King Doran to get the Demon Brant, and then he stopped fighting us. But we actually, sad to say, have to kill him. And the reason for that is because when you kill him, he drops his armor set, and he also drops a ring that we need to get the All Rings trophy. So you kind of have to just hit him over and over again until he gets to about half health. And when he gets to, he's still friendly now, but when he gets to half health, he's actually going to aggro, and we're going to have to fight him. Before I aggro him, I'm actually going to cast Second Chance. In order to do that, I don't have full MP right now, so I'm going to have to use a fresh spice. And then I'm going to cast Second Chance. When you get him to fight you, I mean, he will one-shot me for sure. So Second Chance is basically, that will activate after one hit because he deals a significant amount of damage. So I'm going to go ahead and throw on an Age Spice just to bring my MP all the way back up, just in case I have to cast Second Chance again. So before he aggros, as I said, he will at about half HP. The way that I'll show you two methods of fighting him, because this is perhaps the trickiest fight of the game so far. So the way that you fight him is, once he aggroes to you, which he hasn't aggroed to me yet, he'll start talking when he does. So you lock on, and then right when his attack animation starts, you want to roll to his right shoulder, and you'll get behind him, and you'll be able to do a backstab. If you take the hit, it will be almost certain death, unless you have Second Chance equipped, which I do. So you want to roll to that right shoulder, you'll get behind him, and then be able to do a backstab. And you have to execute near perfectly. So I'll demonstrate how that works and hopefully not mess it up. And then also show you some other tactics that may be a little bit dirtier, but sometimes in this game, there's no shame in resorting to dirty tactics. So once he aggroes, he's going to immediately try to get at you. So you want to fight him out here because there's a lot of obstacles and pillars in there that can hang you up. So you want to fight him out here where it's clear. See when you run away from him, he'll just leave you alone and start walking back. And that gives you that leaves him open to backstabs. So you want to lure him out here, lock on, and I'm going to try to roll behind him. Roll just like that, get a backstab. And then you just kind of rinse and repeat. You do it over and over again. And the thing is, if you mess up once and you don't have Second Chance equipped, it's death. So just keep that in mind. So that's kind of my strategy for fighting him. And it's pretty foolproof. His attacks are pretty easy to bait. It's very reliable. He does the same thing over and over again every single time. And it basically is that simple. And so sometimes he will roll, and he'll do a one slam, and he'll do an overhead slam. After the overhead slam, he leaves himself open for another backstab. So I'll hit him, back up, rinse and repeat. Roll, get right behind him. And I'll show you the other way, is you can literally just run, and he'll follow you for a while. Come at me, he'll come over here, whatever. And then eventually you'll get far enough away, and he'll just start walking backwards. And then once he starts doing that, you can just make sure you don't get hung up on these trebuchets. So there he goes. He's starting his walk back. Eventually he'll turn around, and then especially since we have a Thief's Ring equipped, he just doesn't care. And so he just lets you walk right up behind him, and boom, that's all it takes. And so he's got one more hit left. So I'm going to go on and finish him off, and he's dead. So that is King Doran. I mean, it's a pretty tricky fight. As I said, you have to execute near perfectly if you're going to fight him straight up. But I also wanted to show you just the alternative strat, just in case, you know, you're having trouble fighting him straight up. And so that gives you an out in terms of, you know, another way to beat him. Some people like to let him walk away and then they'll lock onto him and just like belt him with magic. I mean, you can do that too. There's a lot of ways to go about fighting him. His AI just, I mean, he hits really hard, but his AI is just dumb. So you can use that to your advantage. So let's see, this is going to exceed our carrying capacity. I don't want to send it all to storage. Well, actually, yeah, I'll just go ahead and send it to storage because I don't care about his armor really, but I do want that Eternal Warrior's ring. What that ring does is it gives you a stamina regen boost. So basically, it makes your stamina bar fill up faster. And so, you know, for you know, if you're looking to like chain attacks and things like that, you'll recover much faster if you have that ring equipped. I actually do use that ring quite a bit in New Game Plus because in New Game Plus I tend to play more in human form, and so therefore I don't have the cling ring attacked or equipped. I don't have the cling ring equipped in New Game Plus quite as much if I'm playing in human form. And so that's actually one of my favorite rings to equip, is just because that stamina boost actually does, when it comes to combat, it does give you quite a bit of an edge. So it is a very good ring. Most of these guys I didn't even bother. See, look at that damage we're doing. Another thing about old King Doran is his, I mean, if you didn't notice, his defense is just like through the roof. His defense is just like stupid good. And even though this is our like most powerful weapon by far, like the damage we were doing to him like wasn't that great. So that's why the way to go is just to chain your backstabs as best as possible, because your backstabs will still do decent damage. And you know, believe it or not, like wow, the game is getting really skippy there. And believe it or not, you know, you can use your falchion and whatnot, but like, you know, even though your falchion's still a powerful weapon, like you're probably gonna do like 30 damage to him per hit if you're just hitting him regularly, and then he'll retaliate and hit you once and kill you. So that's why I employ those particular tactics specifically for that fight, and you know, it works. So that's what I roll with. So let's see where we're headed to next. Is let's cash in our souls. Let's get ourselves a level. I want to increase my endurance because we had to unequip some of our armor just to wield this sword. So this will give our equip burden a little bit of a boost. And that gets us to 50.4. That sucks. And actually, I do want to go to Stockpile Thomas. And I'll throw away anything that I don't really need right now. Let's see. We don't have any ores, unfortunately. So yeah, we don't really have anything wasteful. But I want to go ahead and throw on the, I want to put that in my inventory. I want that stamina ring in my inventory. So we'll go ahead and do that. And we'll use some soul items. How many do I need to level up again? Let's see, I need 29,000 to level up. So I don't know if I even have enough in here to do it, but I'm going to check. Oh yeah, these will probably get me pretty close. I'm gonna do 3. So I needed 29. So I'll do all 5 of these, and then I need 29. So that gets us there. Sweet. So I'll give myself an extra level of endurance just so I can put my gloves back on. So we're at 25 endurance, and as I said, especially since my weapon, the Demon Brant, let's go back and take another look at it, and we'll just equip our gloves too. So yeah, we can put our gloves on. We're at 49.4, just barely enough. So let's look at our weapon again. So the Demon Brant, you see that it does not scale to any attribute. It does not scale to strength, it does not scale to dex, magic, faith, anything. So I'm not really going to invest much into those stats anymore, since it just scales off of my character tendencies. So that's why I'm going to throw the vast majority of the rest of my levels into either vitality or endurance. So what we're going to do now is we are going to take on level 3-2. So the first level of this area was the Prison of Hope. So now we're going forward to take on the second area. And this is a really cool level. I'm actually a big fan of this level. There's just a lot to it. And it's just, you know, it's gorgeous. I mean, just look at it. I mean, it looks like the tower. It looks like the Eye of Sauron right there, like from Lord of the Rings. It's pretty sweet. Like just the way the moon is and just the way that this tower is set up. It's really spooky looking, but very atmospheric, very true to form for a Miyazaki game here. So anyway, this level is sprawling. There's a lot to it. It's just very well designed. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of the third archstone in general. I think the third archstone might even be my favorite archstone. So we got a renowned hero soul, so kind of reclaiming some of our soul items because we just spent a bunch to level up. But let's see. So the way forward, I mean, this level is fairly-ish linear. And so you'll see these gargoyles. Some of them move. The ones that have red eyes will move. And so they'll come down and attack me. You can also shoot them with your bow or magic or whatever you want to do. So just trying to get them to fight me. They do drop stuff. And they're not as powerful as you would think. I mean, he's not even coming down, so whatever. It's his loss. Okay. And, well, he just bounced right off. They do drop stuff. So just beware. Not all of the gargoyles are going to move. Some of them do. Some of them don't. So don't miss this item back here. Some fresh spice. Always good to have some fresh spice. One of these is going to move, I'm pretty sure. And there's one just flying up above. Oh, nope. None of these move, but there's just this one kind of up there. So I'm going to take out my bow. You'll see that giant beating heart. That's going to come into play a bit later as well. There we go. So let's check out a new weapon. Look at that. That's some damage right there. So really, the key difference, or I guess the key disadvantage to using this weapon as opposed to the Crescent Falchion that we've been using for the majority of the game so far is we lose our MP regen capability. So that is an unfortunate side effect, but I mean the trade-off that we get for the damage output is, in my opinion, well worth it. So, and as I said, we haven't even maxed out the potential of this weapon yet. So this is going to get stronger with us killing the the remaining two NPC Black Phantoms. So we got some Age Spice, some more MP regen, or MP recovery, I should say. Moonlight Stone Shard. As I said, the Moonlight Stone Shard, we've been getting those in 3.1 as well. The Moonlight Stone Shard is a item that, or is a upgrade ore for blessed type weapons. So we have a blessed mace that we got in 5-1. So if you're using the blessed mace, you can use that. Look at that, one-shotting these guys. 434 with a single overhead attack. I mean, this weapon is just stupid good. I love it. And actually, so I mentioned that we have the Demon Brant, and if you've been paying attention to the dialogue in this playthrough, they've mentioned that there's a Soul Brant and a Demon Brant, and the Soul Brant is, as I mentioned, I think in the last episode, and you can't do anything about this, kind of that big beating heart that we saw is blocking that way. The Soul Brant and the Demon Brant like they foil each other. They're counterparts in a way. And so once you don't get the Demon, or you don't get the Soul Brant rather until you beat the game. And then in a New Game Plus cycle, once you start the game over again and you have both weapons, you can actually he backed away. You can actually combine the two to form the Northern Regalia, and the Northern Regalia is even more powerful. And that's the weapon that's my weapon of choice in New Game Plus. Come on, come down here. That's my weapon of choice in New Game Plus, and it is extremely powerful, and it's basically the combined version of the Soul Brant and the Demon Brant. So very good. Where did he go? There he is. He landed over there. So he's got a crossbow. So I will fight him from afar because he wants to fight me from afar. So I will give him what he wants. But he's being annoying right now. There we go. Got him. And I think as a rare drop, he can drop his crossbow as well. So yeah, the Northern Regalia is the combination of the Soul Brant and the Demon Brant, and you can only do it in New Game Plus because again you don't get the Soul Brant until after you beat the game. And let's see, so we got some Moonlight Stone chunk, and then it takes a boss soul, and it's the boss soul of the boss in 1-4 that is required to combine the two into the Northern Regalia. In the Northern Regalia, once you get that weapon, there's a trophy associated with that weapon, so you'll get a gold trophy to boot once you get the Northern Regalia. I'm just checking something out here. I want to see. I think there's. I just want to make sure I spot all of the loot. There's some hard to get loot in this level. Some of them I will probably die trying to obtain, but that's okay. But there's some loot on one of these ledges up there, and I'm just trying to make sure I catch which one it is before I move on. But we'll get it. No worries. Okay, so this is just a little side path. We're actually going to come back here later because there's a lot of good stuff down there once we can get down there. But it's just a while before we can get down there. And there's something I'm just trying to get my bearings straight here, where this particular item is that I'm looking for. It's on one of these ledges, and I can't tell. It might be on a separate one, so we'll find it. I just don't want to miss it. I just want to make sure that we do not miss it. And it is hard to get to, unfortunately. All right, so up these stairs we go. And there's going to be some more gargoyles. There's another one flying up there. Is that a crossbow one or a sword one? Looks like it's a sword one. All right, come down. There you go. Thank you. And most of these drop soul items. So there's that item I was telling you about. It's right there. Okay. So just a little bit. So there's this giant beating heart. We'll interact with some things in the environment that impact it. And just a little note for those of you guys who are playing online in PvP, beware. Some people like to hide behind this column, and then you're running around trying to look for your invading phantom, and then they'll just pop out and knock you off the edge. So just know that happens. Little word to the wise. So this heart is blocking the way forward. So that is actually the way forward to the boss. We can't get there yet, but we will later. So what I want to do is try to get this item on this ledge over here, and it is pretty challenging to drop down to because you can see you have a very slim margin of error. And so the way to do it is to kind of just shimmy off sort of parallel to the ledge. And then because if you don't want to go straight off because then otherwise you'll overshoot your mark. So you just want to barely slide off, and then you can come down and get this. And this is the rune shield and the rune sword. So this is Ostrava's stuff. So you have the rune sword. It scales off of, it requires magic to equip. And so it's, it has that kind of gold plating. And that's the sword that Ostrava uses. I don't want to equip it. And then we also have the rune shield, which is Ostrava's shield. So this is if you're going, it has a 100% physical damage block, but also it has a pretty strong fire and magic damage stat. And I believe the rune shield and rune sword, I mentioned the colorless demon souls in a previous episode. Those require colorless demon souls to upgrade. So let's see. I want to throw these to storage, so I don't want them to weigh me down. So the only way forward is to drop down at this point. So let's drop back down here, and then we're gonna have to backtrack up those stairs to get back to where we were. And then that is also the way forward. So back up here, and then you'll see kind of the trick to this level, to advancing in this level at least. is coming up. Okay, so down this bridge is where we want to go. One of these gargoyles may come to life, but if not, there's one waiting for us on the bridge. So I'm going to go ahead and get my bow out and fire at him. He's mad. I think this is a crossbow one. Yep, it is. And we got black bolts, but we did not get his crossbow. I do not want those in my inventory because I don't use them. Let's see, there's some items over here as well, I believe. Yes. So this is a little bit, you know, sketchy looking, but you can cross over like that without a problem. And you get the Flamberge. Another big sword. You know, requires a decent bit of strength to use. Cause severe bleeding. It's a serrated weapon, so pretty cool looking, but we're not using it, so send it back to storage. All right, so just be careful navigating that ledge. You have to pretty much hit that corner, otherwise you could fall off. And there's another flying gargoyle waiting for us, and another one up there, and one that just came to life. So, you know, mind your step here. And be careful with locking onto these guys, because if you kind of follow along with the movements of your target, you can, if you're not paying close enough attention, you could very easily just walk straight off one of these bridges. So yeah, just be mindful of that. Lock on at your own risk. You know, shooting these guys with bow and arrow is actually pretty helpful, because it gives you a bit of an edge, and you know you can kill a lot of these guys before they even get to you. So. All right, let's see. There's another one up there. I don't even know if I can... Yeah, I can't even aim that high, so we'll just have to get there when we get there. All right, so this fog gate, you'll see that item over there. Don't go for that item until you break through the fog gate, because you'll fall off the ledge. Just kind of got to very carefully scoot around here. And I'm, you know, moving in the direction of the wall. So we got some age spice. And just very carefully going around here. And again, you can't do this until you trigger that fog gate. If you don't trigger the fog gate, you're probably going to fall off the side. So, you remember there was that flying gargoyle. So just, you know, tread fairly carefully up these stairs, because you will be attacked by some gargoyles. I hear the wings. Where is he? Because I don't want him to pop up behind me. And there he is. But we make quick work of him. And what do you have for me? Oh. Just fell off the ledge. So don't run up these stairs, because at the top there's an elevator, and you know, if the elevator's like not ready for you, you will fall down the hole and could die. This one I don't think is death, but there's another one later in the level that is death. So before we go up the elevator, we're going to use when it gets all the way to the bottom, we're going to use it to go across. Just make sure there's nothing on this other side of the platform here, and there is. So always explore. It always pays off to explore. We get a stone of ephemeral eyes. So we're going to go back to the elevator, wait for it to come back down, and then we're going to ride it all the way up. All right, so here we are, and there's another gargoyle. Where is he? Where is the gargoyle? Is he behind me? Yep, there he is. Up. Overhead slams here work best, because if you try to go from the side, you're going to be interrupted by the wall. Unknown warrior soul. Okay, so you'll see these guys like kind of enchanting this chain. You have to kill all of them. Too bad, so sad, but you do have to kill all of them. And here is a Noble's Lotus, and that's where we're gonna head in just a second. So that is the last of them, I believe. So let's see what happens. So the chain is loosed, and it is attached to the heart, which slips just ever so slightly. Oh, we actually picked up the loot from that corpse, not the loot from that was, already there. Yeah, because these guys dropped the lotuses. So one thing I want to show you, we can't really do it yet, but up these stairs is presumably a dead end. But what happens if you reach Pure White World Tendency? There's going to be a little bridge right here that lets you walk across. And this is where you find the key to where you can unlock Rydel's cell in 3-1. If you remember, he was kind of locked up when we couldn't get the key yet. So Pure White World Tendency, go back up those stairs, and you can get to Rydel. So that's the only way to do it is in Pure White World Tendency, which we will obtain after killing the next boss. So the way forward for us is down here. Fresh spice. So those cages, you can walk in and they function as an elevator that take you down to the next area. However, there is something that we want to take care of first. So we do not want to use those cages. We want to go down this way. And be careful about this drop down. It is not a straight drop. If you walk straight off, you're going to die. So make sure you kind of roll off at an angle and you'll land here on this bridge. And then you can pop up here. Got some Archstone Shard. And this guy here is Yurt. A little bit about Yurt. You should free him from his cell, and he's going to thank you. He's going to act all cordial, and he's going to go back to the Nexus. Now just take one look at him. Is this a guy that you would trust? If your answer is no, then you answer correctly, because what he does is when he gets back to the Nexus, he starts killing some of the helpless NPCs in the Nexus. Just one after one, he'll start picking them off. And you warp back to the Nexus, and next thing you know, someone's going to be dead. And sometimes he'll kill the guys who teach you spells and stuff. So, it's not just the worthless people that only have like dialogue and stuff. He'll kill some of the functional people in the Nexus. And so you do not want him to run roughshod over the Nexus. So what you want to do is you want to free him from his cell.
Are you here to fight the demons? If so, then help me escape this place. I am on your side. I have come to face the demons.
Okay, sounds convincing, but don't trust him. So you can open up his cell and say hello, goodbye. So this is a guy that you want to kill, and it is not going to affect your world tendency. It is not going to affect your character tendency. He is a bad guy. You want to kill him. You do not want him to run roughshod over the Nexus. And since he fell off the edge there, I'm actually going to quit out of the game and reload. Because since he fell all the way into the abyss, the only way to get his loot is to quit out and reload. And then once you quit out and reload, his loot's going to be back up at the top, so we can get it. So there's his loot. It exceeds our capacity, so we get basically his armor set. So we can equip his Gloom armor. So that is Yurt. And if you drop down to this platform, there's actually no going back because you can't go back up there. And the only way down is via this elevator here. So you have to let him out if you come down here. You have to let him out. And you do not want him to get back to the Nexus for the aforementioned reasons. And also killing him, not only does it help save people in your Nexus, at least temporarily, it also is a requirement for a separate side quest that we're going to take care of basically at the very end of the game. It's going to be literally the last thing that we do before fighting the final boss is a separate side quest, for which one of the preconditions is that you have to kill Yurt. So we've already done that. We've already fulfilled that precondition. So down here we have a swampy area, which you would think that this would be like a poison swamp area. Fortunately, it is not poisonous, and fortunately, it does not hinder our movement. The same cannot be said for another swampy-like area that we're going to be visiting later on in the game. As you could imagine, there is quite a bit of loot in this area, so we're going to have to be cautious to get it all, and we have these grotesque figures that we can one-shot with our Demon Brant. And these guys, I believe, drop Mercury Stone. So if you're farming for a Mercury Stone weapon, I'm almost positive it's Mercury Stone that these guys drop. If you're farming for a Mercury Stone weapon, this is the place to go. So yep, they drop shards and chunks of Mercury Stone. So over here we have Stone of Ephemeral Eyes. And I believe this is actually the path forward, so we're not going to explore this way quite yet because we want to make sure we get everything else that's behind us. We'll do a thorough job. We got Augite of Guidance, and we're actually behind this one. And there we go. One overhead slam does these guys in with our Demon Brant. So quite nice, if I do say so myself. No loot. That's okay. So you see those cages over there. I believe those are the cages that you come down. If you know, I showed you the other cages before the platform that has yurt on it, and I believe those are the cages that you would come down if you chose to come down that way. So this is the end of our little wooden pathway. So let's go ahead and drop into the swamp and then loot the stuff down here. And there's some good stuff in here, so you got to make sure you do a thorough job. So we got the Fragrant Ring. For starters. And the Fragrant Ring is actually a ring that you'll start with if you start in the Royalty class. And basically it's the MP version of the Regenerator's Ring. So instead of regenerating your HP, it regenerates your MP. So basically the same effect that we were getting from the Crescent Falchion. The Regenerator's Ring will give that to you as well. Or yeah, the Fragrant Ring will give that to you rather. So let's go around this way, and there's going to be another one of those kind of, I believe they're called a soul mass. Yep, we fought one in 3-1 at the first level of the prison, and he's guarding an item, so we want to go ahead and kill him. And my arrows are being blocked by that thing in front of us, but he's going to fire soul arrows at us. Make sure you dodge them. Rinse and repeat. Fortunately, it's a easy target to hit. All right. So that is that. And he's guarding some Mercury Stone shards and some more Mercury Stone shards. And some Mercury Stone chunks. All right, so I'm going to kind of do a perimeter sweep here just to make sure we catch everything. And there is a spot where one of the rings that is unique to the remake is going to spawn down in this area. But it only pops up in pure black world tendency. So once we get the world tendency to pure black, we're going to come back here and get that ring. And that ring is actually going to be an enormous help when we get to world 5-2. And you'll see why. And I'm very thankful that I think it spawns like right here or something like that. And I'm very thankful that they added it to this game because 5-2 is just a slog otherwise. That's actually normally I do 5-2 first, but since they added this ring to 3-2, I'm actually doing this level first. And to me, it just makes the most sense to do it this way. All right, as I said, I'm kind of just doing a perimeter sweep to make sure I get all of the loot that's available to us down here before moving on. Heaven forbid we miss something. And I think the most important thing down here that we just got is that Fragrant Ring. At least if you did not start already in the Royalty class, then you would already have the Fragrant Ring. Okay. I think we're good here. Don't see really anything else. You have these nasty looking like tentacles and stuff. So yeah, this is the second part of the level. It's a bit more raised up off the ground. So that's where we're going to head next. Just making sure. There's a couple spots that branch off. So just making sure we got everything that we can get here. Now I'm just looking for the stairs. Where are the stairs to get back up here? And I think that might even be the ring sitting up there, but it doesn't come down until you have pure black. I bet you that's what it is. Kind of like the Makoto, where it's like sitting atop this perch that you can't reach until you hit pure white tendency. So I bet you that's that. I bet you that glowing thing up there is that new ring, and it's going to come down when we have pure black, so we can pick it up. Okay, so now we're back up here. And if I see another item in the swamp as we proceed, then I'll just drop down and get it at that point in time. So have we already gone this way? Just making sure we cover all of our bases. There, here we go. Yeah, there's some enemies over here. And we got 2 of the big guys over here. But they are no match for us. And this is where I believe where the primeval demon spawns. So some more mercury stone. And we got the plague resistance ring. So the plague resistance ring, we may already have one of these. I'm not positive, but we might. Yes, we do already have one. So send the duplicate to storage. Okay, so that's pretty much the important stuff here. I'm not going to guarantee that I didn't miss like a soul item or something that's not, super important. But we got the important stuff down here for sure. So as I said before, the way forward is this way. These guys, these like slugs, make nasty noises in this game. Like they're pretty much, they're pretty quiet in the original, and they make these nasty like groaning noises. All right, so we got some big guys over here. Shield up. Yeah, they do like a scorpion tail sting kind of move. So you want to keep your shield up around them, so they can't hit you with it. Look at that. They got like these faces. Oh, that's gross. And they also have like a vomit attack. So watch out for all their stuff. So no drops from those guys, but that's okay. All right. So we got a renowned warrior soul, and we got dark moon grass. Not bad. So I'm just gonna look from above just to scour the swamp one more time. Make sure we didn't leave anything behind. Looks like we're good. I think we're good. So let's go through the fog gate. And so up this path, we're actually going to encounter a Black Phantom Mind Flayer. And as you can imagine, it is way more powerful than just a regular Mind Flayer, as if the regular ones weren't hard enough already. And this is irrespective of world tendency. This is not a world tendency thing. You can be in pure white or pure black, and it's going to spawn. So, just giving you a heads up, and just be ready for it. Kind of our lava bow, since it has the fire component. There he is. The lava bow, since it has like the fire component, can kind of stun lock him. So that's going to be my strategy for getting rid of him. I don't want to get. Well, actually, I have the thief ring on, so I can probably backstab him now. So let's see. Let's backstab. No, he turned around. Okay. Ooh, he actually hit me. Is that a soul arrow? Yeah, that was a soul arrow. But I can stun lock him with my bow now, because you can see that, kind of how he behaves with that, with the fire damage. So if you can keep your distance and stun lock him, that's going to be the preferred way of dealing with these guys. I'm going to go in and throw on my Crescent Moon Grass as well. Just to completely top off my health here. I'm going to go back to the half, which we're running low on, but we have plenty. If you remember from 1-3, we got tons of higher tier grasses, so I'm not at all worried about grass at this point in time. So there's going to be some giant slugs over here. Jeez, that noise that they make is just disturbing. So over here, we got a crystal lizard and a larger dude. So don't chase after this crystal lizard because there's actually another large slug guy right behind this tentacle that you can't see that'll aggro to you once you run past it. So I'm going to kill the crystal lizard first. And this guy happens to be right in the way, which is fantastic. One more time. There we go. So this crystal lizard has a chance, not a guarantee, but a chance of dropping a pure Moonlight Stone shard. So it's a little bit left up to RNG, but you can get the pure from this crystal lizard that we just killed. So you might need to farm him if you want that pure Moonlight Stone shard. There's also another one that drops it right before the final boss in this Archstone as well. And we got the pure Moonlight Stone. Wow, nice. So I mean, I'm not even gonna use it. I don't need this. I don't use a blessed weapon, but you know, RNG was smiling upon me for once in my life, and it's the one time that I don't really need it. So just making sure that one's not popping up behind me here. Oh, that one just animated. All right, so I'm gonna shoot you, and I'm gonna shoot you. Oh, there's 3 of them. Okay, I see how it's gonna be. You're not dead yet? Give me a break. Oh, he's got a crossbow. Not for long. Oh. Guess he got away at the right time. Good for him. Oh, now you decide to move. Okay, I see how it is. And you can go all the way back there, huh? All right, got him, and got him. As you can tell, I am rather fond of my lava bow. It's a good one. It's a good weapon. And we got the spiral rapier and some black bolts. So awesome stuff I'm going to send back to storage. Don't want any of that stuff. Don't want the bolts. No, thank you. So we're coming up kind of towards the end of this level here. There's an item here, Storied Warrior Soul. Make sure that you do not run too far because there's another elevator gap. And this one, for sure, as you can see, there's nothing below there. That one for sure is death. So do not overshoot that. Mind the gap. Let's go this way. Just make sure. Oh, we just missed the elevator. Dang it. Oh, well. And this one goes up really high. Because, you know, we just got up from like this swampy abyss, and now it's going to take us all the way like to the top of the tower. So we're going to have to wait a while for it to come all the way back down. And then we have to ride it all the way back up. So might as well use this as an opportunity to heal up. Works for me. And we wait patiently. Feel like I'm at work right now, waiting for the elevator. Okay, cool. We need some elevator music. All right, so beware. There's some gargoyles up here, and you know you want to be careful with them because you don't want to fall off the edge. So wait for them to come on your path, and engage them there. Don't. Unless you're using long range, don't like try to hit them standing on this ledge because your animation might move you forward and you could fall off. So, you know, it is a bit dicey fighting these things on these kind of narrow pathways. And we have another one of these chains that these guys are worshiping or enchanting or whatever it is that they're doing. And same drill, got to kill all of them. And in doing so, we will see what happens. All right, so the giant heart falls, goes kersplat. And now we get to deal with these things at the beginning of the level. Lucky us. All right, so we did what we needed to do. And that's the way forward. So I just want to make sure I get everything over here first. There is no way to get up there, regardless of tendency. That is no pure white tendency shenanigan involved with that. So I'm just going to double check, make sure I can't pull myself up, make sure I don't do something stupid, and then I don't think you can get up here. So, okay. So the way forward is over here, and this actually loops us back around to the very beginning of the level. You'll see right over there, there's our archstone that we came here. We warped through here. Because if you were astute and observant at the very beginning. Oh, hello. That is not cool. All right. Are you going to fight me or what? What are you doing? Haha. That's what you get when you interrupt me when I'm talking. If you were very observant at the beginning of the level, you would have noticed you could look up at this item at the beginning of the level, but you obviously can't get up here. So we have looped all the way back. We've come full circle, and we are at the very beginning. So, yep, there's the archstone to start us off. And here we are. So we're going to circle back around. And you saw like those centipede slug enemies come out of that heart that we just dropped all the way down. So there they are. So they're here at the beginning of the level, unfortunately. So we get to fight them and dispose of them. And so where we're going to go now is this is the way forward to the boss. We're actually going to go this way because now that heart dropped, it opened up a pathway to just a treasure trove of loot. And so we want to get all of that stuff first before we proceed. And he dropped some mercury stone. So the way to get to it is to go down here, which we came down here before. But I showed you that the pathway to that center area was blocked by the heart, so it is no longer blocked. So we can get in there now. But there's lots of enemies around here now that we need to take care of first, just so they don't pester us. Oh, hi. Good thing I have my shield up. All right, shard of mercury stone. And you got nothing for me. So I'm going to drop off all my stuff here. So we can get in here now and watch out. There's going to be, some of these enemies in here as well. But we'll make one big circle. Lots of soul items down here. Among other things, too. Stored warrior soul. Stone of ephemeral eyes. Ugh, that sound is just grotesque. Ugh. Ugh. Makes it feel a little bit too real. The Ring of IVORY. That's what we came here for. And the, I don't know even how to say that, rapier, epi. So that's everything down here. We're going to go ahead and throw the rapier, which requires a lot of magic to use, back into storage. And so we got the Ring of IVORY. which I think was for sale in 3-1 for like 60,000 souls or something absurd. And I told you you can get it for free in 3-2. So this is it. Basically what it does is whenever you kill somebody is it increases the number of souls that you get for the kill. So if you're farming for souls, good to have that equipped. That'll increase your payload while you're farming. So also not a bad idea to have that equipped for a boss fight. Just because it'll make it so you get more souls for killing the boss. So yeah, pretty good. Okay, so where we want to go is back up these stairs, like kind of the spiral staircase thingamabob. All the way to the top now. Because I remember I showed you before, there was like a thing, like a kind of tentacle from that little heart, or from that big heart, that was blocking our path. Well, since the heart has dropped all the way down, it is no longer blocking our path. So we are free to proceed to this area of the level, which we have not been to yet. So before we do that, let us explore, do our due diligence. Renowned Hero Soul, and make sure there's nothing down here on these ledges. I think we're good. Yep, I don't see anything else. Okay, perfect. So the way forward is up here, and let's see if we can spot it. Phantom Mind Flare. So too bad, so sad. There's no way around it. You got to deal with it, as much as I hate it. One thing you can do is, wait for it to make its patrol route, and you can wait for it to turn around. If you got the Thief String equipped, you can fairly reliably sneak up behind it, and if you don't get a backstab, you'll at least knock him off the stairway. So one or the other will happen. So let's go for the backstab. Well, we didn't get the backstab, but still got the kill. Got some aged spice as a result. So we got to go all the way to the top. And is there anything back here? Let us check. Yes, there is. Always look behind you. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Always look behind you. Since I haven't played Zelda in a while, I'm just getting my Zelda fix in, breaking all the pots. So this is the boss, Fog Gate. And this boss fight, as I'm breaking these pots and looking for more loot, is a challenging fight, not necessarily because of the inherent difficulty of the boss fight, or not necessarily because of the damage that they do, but the main damage, or the main risk, times 8 spice. That's nice. The main risk with this boss fight is fall damage, and I didn't even have second chance equipped. Whoops! I just ah. Oh well. Actually, I like warding. I mean, I actually like warding for this boss fight better, because it does help with being able to sponge more damage from them. But actually, when I do this fight in New Game Plus, I do use warding. But for this fight, since I'm not in New Game Plus and I'm not gonna hit quite as hard, I wanted second chance. But anyway, whatever. Silver lining, and it's gonna wear out probably pretty early in the fight. Those of you who are familiar with the gargoyles in Dark Souls 1, this is very similar. You have kind of like a time limit on the first one, and then a second one's going to come out and join the fight. So you want to kill the first one as quickly as possible. And I'm actually going to throw on second chance because that's what I wanted. So you want to kill the first one as quickly as possible because you don't want it to turn into a 2v1 fight. If you have anything to say about it. And they fly around. And they're annoying, and they can knock you off the bridge. And it, you know, it can be a very frustrating fight in that regard. So the main thing is just to kind of mind your space, make sure that, you know, you're just kind of aware of where you're at. And there's actually a place that I prefer to fight them in this boss arena. So we'll run in and we'll have to engage him on the bridge right away. But the main thing is you don't want to take your time because you don't want the second one to be spawned. And, you know, you want to make sure that you don't fall off this bridge, which, sad to say, is easier said than done. So we are doing killer damage with the with the demon brand, rather. Oh, I am loving this. So where I prefer to fight them is on this circular platform because it is harder to get knocked off of here, and it is much easier to kind of like stick to the middle and not fall off. Oop, there's this charge attack. I should perhaps be a little bit more cautious than I'm being, and you can use this kind of center like lantern as a buffer. And so you know, this is definitely the place to fight if you can help it. There we go. Here comes the second one. Dang it, I didn't quite get the first one. Well, ooh, dang it, he just dodged me. So I'm gonna actually go back down here so I can, dang it, this is not going well. I'm gonna come down here and hopefully lure the first one before the second one gets here. And I just need to take him out. Dang it. I just want to take him out real quick. Come on, let me do it. Stop being annoying. Stop being annoying. Thank you. All right, so the second one hasn't quite gotten to us yet. So we're gonna go back up here. And there's the second one. He's not paying attention. And their tail, oh, am I gonna get a free shot at the tail? Because the tail is the weak spot. If you can chop the tail off, you do a lot of damage. And he wasn't even paying attention to me, so shoot, I'll take that any day of the week. Top off my health. So you can use this again as a buffer to their attacks. And they'll fly off. So if they fly off, you can use arrows or magic to try to still get hits in them. Ah, come on. So I'm gonna use my soul rays. I'm doing decent damage with the soul rays. So now that he went away, I'm gonna use some spice, hopefully before he gets back. Nope, not before he gets back. Oh well. But now that I can just melee him, I'm gonna melee him. And my second chance has activated. Dang it, I didn't notice that. So I need to heal really quick and put my second chance back on. Whoops, oh, my spice didn't. Dadgummit. Come on, let me get it off. There we go. All right, so I need to run back here, and I'm gonna throw my second chance back on just for safety. It won't let me use it because I still don't have enough. Dang it. Should have equipped this on my quick toolbar, but dang it, I still have it. I'm stupid. I'm used to having, with second chance equipped, I'm used to having 3 icons on the bottom there, but since I don't have my crescent falchion equipped, I don't have 3 icons down there because I don't have MP regen, but he is being really dumb, so shoot. I'll take it. All right, he's dead. I had second chance on the whole time. I'm just so used to having 3 icons at the bottom there. I just assumed that since I only had 2, that I had lost my second chance, which I had not, because I don't have the MP regen icon there anymore because I don't have a MP regen weapon equipped. All right, so that's the Maneaters. So the way to the third boss is up there, and that's the final boss of the Archstone. From him, we get a renowned and a legendary warrior soul. For any of that, we got the mixed demon soul, and we're going to touch the Archstone, go back to the Nexus. And I don't even think we have enough to get another level right now. I think we need like 30,000 for our next level.
Thou that touch, soul of the mind, key to life's ether.
Yep. So we can pop some soul items and get ourselves another level. Let's see. I'm going to use all these lower level ones that the gargoyle enemies drop. That gives me 2,400. All right, so that should give me enough to level up, I think.
Then touch. Soul
Yep.
of the mind, key to life.
So I'm going to put this one into endurance.
Soul of the lost, withdrawn from its vessel. Let strength be granted so the world might be mended. So the world might be mended. Art thou finished?
All right, so we're going to commit suicide. Oops, I thought I had... That was dumb. I thought I had my shield equipped. I have this habit where where I'm running somewhere pointless, I just like to press L1 a bunch of times just to engage my shield. It's like a boredom thing. But I'm just kind of running aimlessly. And I had my talisman equipped instead of my shield, so whatever. All right, go back and get my souls. Do 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 do. All right. Well, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and cut this one here. Because what we're going to do next is all of the world tendency related stuff in World 3, and then we're going to kill the final boss in World 3. So I think that's a good enough cutoff point for right now, and we'll handle all that good stuff in the next episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please consider joining subscribing to the channel. And I thank you so much for watching all of these videos. I really appreciate all of the feedback I've gotten, and you know, it's been a lot of fun. Really, I've been having a blast doing this for you guys. So hopefully you guys have been enjoying it as well. So anyways, take care, have a good one, and I will see you next time.